That's not a PT Cruiser. Hey y'all, Sophie not here. As this year marks the 70th anniversary of the Chevy Corvette, I think it's appropriate that I check out this 2003 game. It was developed by Steel Monkeys, particularly their Scottish and Belarus studios, and published by TDK Initiative for the Xbox and PC. They also published a GBA port by Visual Impact, which is also a 3D game. I'm sensing a pattern here. It got ported to the PS2 in 2004, published by Take-Two's Global Star Software, and it's the only version Europe got. Yay, I guess. After the logo movies, including this amusing one for Steel Monkeys, we get the intro, which is just a Corvette C1 and a C5 driving on the desert road. Just driving around and not much going on. This is terrible. Same can't be said about the title screen though. I like it. And here's the main menu. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure whoever designed the cover for GT6 took some inspiration from this. Don't quote me on that. God, I would have named my profile Jim Corvette if the game allowed longer names. Bummer. There are two main modes, Arcade and Career. Arcade is where you race 5 races per generation so that you can unlock all standard models of it, and Career is where you race to earn upgrades and go to the next generation, as well as unlocking special modes. One thing of note is that in Arcade mode, you can choose whatever model year and type you want, in amateur at least, whereas in Career mode, you're stuck with one model year and type per generation. Let's not waste any more time, as this isn't a full-length review. For presentation, it's nothing out of the ordinary. The graphics look tasteful to the eye, aside from the two-tone color options you unlock. For the budget title done for a quick buck to the publishers, the cameras don't look terrible. Not very accurate, I'm sure it can do much better with more time given, but I've seen worse! The scenery in these tracks look good, although that blimp in Angel Hills is too low. You don't want another XFL blimp incident, do you? The HUD is interesting, a bit minimalist even. If you want to check your position, you have to look at the map and see the dot with a number on it. That's you, buddy! I'd rather there be an option for a separate position counter instead of this mixed up crap in it. One thing I hate about some racing games is when developers put the back camera always on the back of the car, and this is one of those games. Worse yet, it's put way down. There's not much of a field of view. I hate this so much. If you can't be bothered to have multiple back cameras, at least put arrows to know the opponents are right behind me. I don't want to jump whenever I see another car show up from the sides this close. Also, I could do well without the chicken cam. And the replay controls don't fade away. For sound, it's hard to say. This is the issue where the opponent's cars make this droning monotone engine sound that occasionally pitches down and then instantly goes back up, and it's off-putting. At first, I thought it was caused by me playing it off a hard drive via Open PS2 Loader. The app is great, though not perfect. Even if the game puts out right without issue, it can have audio glitches, which means you have to use one of its compatibility modes. Synchronous Reads mode usually fixes these kinds of glitches. And then I watched other people play the PS2 port and it turns out that's just how it sounds. Wow. It's almost as bad as the replays in Test Drive 6 on PC not having the Doppler effect. But hey, the crashes sound like gunshots at least. For music, I like it in general. There are a few that I despise. Well, one song and another that I have questions to. The soundtrack is divided into two playlists, Americana and International. Really, it's vague and also doesn't matter much since all the songs are composed by one British dude. It's just that the international playlist has more techno songs, which I quite love. As for those two songs, I don't like this international song. It's really short, clocking in at 2 minutes 20 seconds. It sounds generic and I hate it. More so because the game plays one random song on loop for the duration of the race. And if that track ever plays, I just restart the race. Glad there's no championship mode. And the other, while decent, starts off like this. Did no one notice that before shipping it? I thought it was OPL fucking with me, but apparently not. Wow! The controls are very similar to the Gran Turismo games. In fact, this is exactly the default control scheme from GT3! Triangle is even for reversing! You can't copyright the control scheme, of course. God, imagine if they did. But it just astonishes me that it uses button for button the same layout to play, except for select, which respawns the car. I expected the brake button to also reverse the car like most other races, but not this one. As for everything else, the gameplay is fine. It's sort of SimKitty in a way. If you wanna win, you're gonna attack the course from outside in. Not too realistic, but not too arcadey either. You can fishtail and spin out like an actual Corvette, but there's no damage mode to worry about. It's all about controlling it without much fuzz. And you better learn the game's rules because the tracks aren't forgiving. Sure, just a speedway, but the game's physics are a bit wonky on the banks. For the rest, they're tight, as in there's a lot of tight turns and hairpins on the tracks. Despite that, most of its roads are very wide, enough for you to go straight on chicanes like these. However, they still won't save you. That doesn't stop me from saying that I love city limits. It's part speedway and part city course. It's my favorite solely on that kind of aesthetic. Some of the track layouts can look familiar if you squint a little bit. The alternate Angel Hills track looks like Route Atlanta, and Smoke Creek alternate kinda resembles Sebring Circuit. Funny too, as one of the special mode challenges lets you drive the Corvette SS from 57 there, the same one that raced in the 12 hours of Sebring that year. In case anyone is wondering, that car retired on its 24th lap due to a suspension failure. But these tracks aren't the most punishing. The opponents don't give a shit about you. All the time to pretend you don't exist and just crash into you, even if you spawn out and have to recover. They're relentless. They keep up with you most of the time, making races anxiety-inducing. It's always satisfying winning such races. Oddly enough, and also in the literal sense, the PS2 version only shows a maximum of 5 driving cars visible on the track, whereas other versions shows one more. I know that it's to save on memory when pointing to the console, but I just find odd-numbered cars on the grid very off. But if you think that's bad, look no further than the longer tracks. Lakeside View, Red Candy Mountains, my favorite of all, Tumbleweed Flats, what have you. Not only are they long and you also race with one opponent, there's also traffic on the road and cops that chase you. Well, actually, one car chases you for a while and the pursuit stops when you're far away enough. Hot Pursuit 2 this ain't. At least they're shortcuts, but these races can be boring when it's more than a lap, and the rubber band doesn't stop here too. Even if the opponent crashes and creates a bigger gap, they get closer and closer to you. Eventually. The open world variants are the same, except you're racing against 3 other people, there's no traffic nor cops on the way, and the shortcuts are blocked off. As for cars, it's just a lot of Corvettes really. Every model year and every body style, including special models, from the first C1 to the current vet of the time, which is the C5. And I gotta love the dedication the developers did, with each car having accurate stats, descriptions, right down to how many cars were produced, and the base price at the time, and different sets of gauges. For a budget title, this is something. Just don't expect the Scagliere Corvette nor the Surf console to be in the game though. There are special modes such as hot laps, driving custom Corvettes, checkpoint once as a cop cars if you're doing that sort of thing, and endurance races. Aside from local multiplayer, that's simply it! Corvette! It's a racing game, a fun one at times. It's an interesting game that explores the Corvette lineage in a way. Despite the repetitive gameplay and some of the cars basically being repeats just with a different model year, it is rife with content. But even if they can only do so much as a B-grade developer with a B-movie budget, that's no excuse for committing errors. If you want to try it out, you can track down the PC version somewhere on the net. It's a betterware after all. Next time, fuck! Another Euro indie game!